Interesting, because I did see the overthinker. That can also happen in air signs. The King of Swords or the Prince of Swords absolutely is somebody who likes to have clear conversation. They like to be sharp and open in their mindset. But if this king, look at what he's holding. He's the only one that has a chariot carried by little men. Interesting, because these little men that are supposed to be pulling his chariot forward are like laying down and complacent. They look like they're lazy. They look like they're like, I don't think I want to go and pull your chariot anymore. So this could be a king that's around people that don't really help out, or don't really, maybe they expect something to happen. It could also be that these energies have put a stop to this connection because they don't want to work with this king. But this king looks like he's drawing that sword. He's ready to swing, and he's ready to cut those strings of whatever was stalling his beautiful chariot to move. He's like, all right, you don't want to work here? You don't want to, you know, the clarity card sticking to me. Then he's not afraid to have a conversation of truth, to cut strings of attachment that aren't moving him forward on his journey. You know, if they are energies trying to hold back his forward progress or movement, especially if it's moving towards this ultimate happiness here, then I feel like that king has gotten a little bit bored with something not panning out or working out. But the panning out, I did just see of the bigger picture of a situation. Maybe he was overly focused. The King of Swords can be tunnel vision. He can be overly focused on one thing in particular and missing out on something else going on the side. It could also be where he's always looking at the bigger picture, but never has that focus on something that needs to be attended to that would make all of the difference. And usually it has to do with conversing or conversation, mental stimulation. You know, this is somebody who has a lot of ideas, but if they're only in his head, what good are those ideas? You know, what good is that conversation if you talk about an amazing experience you want to have and you never make the phone call to book the ticket or have that experience? So I do feel like there's action